Lyra Sen trembled in the darkness of the maintenance shaft, her bioluminescent spots dimmed to their lowest setting. The 7-cycle-old Lumini child could hear the heavy footsteps of the Krathar slavers moving through the corridors of the refugee station, the same slavers who had already taken her mother. The Galactic Concordat's peacekeepers had refused to intervene, citing regulations about neutral space and jurisdiction limitations. The Volxis merchants had offered sympathy, but claimed their policy of nonviolence prevented them from helping. Even the warrior Tychos had deemed the situation too risky for their prestigious battle fleet. "Find the little light bug," a gravelly voice growled outside. "She'll fetch a good price in the Outer Rim markets." Lyra Sen cupped her hands over her mouth to stifle a whimper. Her species' natural glow made hiding nearly impossible, and she couldn't maintain the darkness much longer. The energy drain was making her dizzy. That's when she heard it. A new sound, different from the heavy thuds of Krathar boots. Quick, purposeful footsteps, accompanied by voices that spoke in sharp, determined tones. "Beta Team, cover the North Junction. Charlie Team, seal the dock. No one leaves this station." The Krathar voices turned urgent. Humans. Who called the humans? Lyra Sen had heard stories about humans. The Concordat called them barely civilized. The Volxis considered them dangerously impulsive, and the Tychos dismissed them as primitive warriors. They were said to be descendants of pursuit predators, beings who still carried ancient killing instincts in their DNA. A thunderous boom shook the station. The sounds that followed were chaos. Sharp cracks that Lyra Sen would later learn were human weapons, shouts in multiple languages, and the increasingly panicked voices of the Krathar. "Fall back. Fall back to the ships. Negative contacts. They've cut off the dock." A new voice, closer now, speaking into some kind of communicator. "2 tankos heading to maintenance level 3. They're running scared, over." "Copy that. Remember, we're looking for a Lumini child. Check every hiding spot." Lyra Sen's hearts pounded. They were looking for her. But why would humans care about one alien child? The maintenance shaft's access panel suddenly opened, flooding the space with light. Lyra Sen curled tighter into herself, her spots flaring involuntarily with fear. She found herself staring into the face of a human female, dark-skinned with fierce eyes that somehow managed to look both predatory and kind. "Hey there, little one," the human said softly, her fierce expression melting into a gentle smile. "I'm Lieutenant Sarah Martinez of the Human Emergency Response Team. Your mom sent us." Lyra Sen blinked in surprise. My mother. But the Krathar took her. "We rescued her from their ship 2 sectors over. She's safe, and she told us exactly where to find you." The lieutenant held out her hand. "Let's get you back to her, okay?" Before Lyra Sen could respond, heavy footsteps thundered nearby. A massive Krathar appeared at the end of the corridor, plasma cutter raised. Lieutenant Martinez's reaction was instant. She spun around, placing herself between Lyra Sen and the threat, her weapon already drawn. "Wrong move," Martinez growled, and even through her terror, Lyra Sen noticed how the human's voice had changed, becoming something ancient and dangerous. The Krathar, despite being twice her size, took a step back. What followed happened so fast that Lyra Sen could barely follow it. The human moved with explosive speed, her actions precise and practiced. Seconds later, the Krathar was on the ground, unconscious or worse, and Martinez was back at the maintenance shaft, her voice gentle once again. "Sorry about that, sweetie. Some people only understand one language." She smiled. "Now, how about we get you out of there?" Later, wrapped in a shock blanket aboard a human ship, reunited with her crying mother, Lyra Sen watched the humans work. They moved with an efficiency that belied their reputation as primitives, treating the captured slavers with a cold professionalism while showing surprising tenderness to the rescued victims. "I don't understand," she finally said to Lieutenant Martinez. "Everyone says humans are bloodthirsty, that you're too violent to be proper members of the galactic community. But you saved us when no one else would. Martins knelt beside her. You know what makes humans different, little one. We never forgot our roots. Yes, we were predators. Yes, we can be violent. But ancient Earth predators didn't just hunt. They fiercely protected their young, their families, their packs. We didn't evolve past our protective instincts. We refined them. She gestured to her team. Every human here would fight to the death to protect an innocent child, regardless of their species. Other races call it bloodthirst. We call it responsibility. Lyra Sen's spots glowed with a new color, one her people used to show understanding. You're not bloodthirsty, she said. You're protectors. That's right. Martine smiled. And the galaxy's starting to learn that sometimes, when evil people prey on the innocent, you don't need peaceful diplomats or noble warriors. Sometimes you need humans, because we'll do whatever it takes to protect those who can't protect themselves. Years later, when Lyra Sen joined the Human Emergency Response Team as their first Lumini member, she understood completely. In a galaxy full of civilized species who would watch an innocent child hide in darkness, sometimes you needed the humans, the ones who would fight tooth and nail to bring her back into the light.